Okay. Okay, so hello and welcome everybody to today's Pathways to the Honors Bachelor of Commerce Business Management webinar. My name is June Allison, and I am the Inbound Academic Pathways Coordinator in the Academic Pathways office here at Seneca, and I'll also be guiding you through today's session. Joining me today is Abdul Naveed Tarek, Program Coordinator for the BBM program, who's going to be on hand to share program insights and expertise throughout today's presentation. So just a quick agenda to discuss what we're going to chat about today. First, we'll talk more about why you should consider a degree at Seneca Polytechnic. We'll talk more about the BBM degree in detail and discuss why it might be right for you. Of course, we're going to talk about the available pathways into the BBM program, including eligibility requirements and course exemptions. We're going to highlight an exciting scholarship opportunity that's available for diploma graduates pursuing a degree at Seneca. We'll, of course, talk about how you would apply for a pathway to the BBM degree if you're eligible. And then at the very end, if you have any questions, we'll take those at the end and we can help answer them. So as you're watching the presentation, if you think of questions that you want to ask, you can just drop them in the chat and then we'll get to those at the very end. So first, let me tell you a little bit about the Seneca Polytechnic difference. Seneca's Polytechnic education is for all types of students, whether you're starting, advancing, or changing careers. We combine practical learning, industry connections, and flexible pathways to help every student succeed. So what does that look like in practice? Let's take a closer look at our degree programs. Our degrees are career-focused and aligned with the labor market. Our professors are industry professionals who bring real-world knowledge and connections to the classroom. We have smaller class sizes when you compare it to a traditional university setting, so that means personalized learning, and you're never just a number. Every Seneca degree program includes at least one mandatory work-integrated learning term, which gives you hands-on experience to add to your resume. And of course, our honors degree graduates are eligible to pursue master's programs. Our team hosts the Grad Studies Expo, which connects students with institutions to discuss future opportunities in graduate studies. That expo is going to be held the week of March 23rd. So now that you've seen what makes Seneca unique, let's take a look at how we guide students along their educational journey. And this is where the Academic Pathways Office comes in. An academic pathway is a formal agreement that allows you to complete a degree quicker using your existing Ontario diploma. The Academic Pathways team offers a range of support to help students continue their education, including application guidance, virtual advisement appointments, information sessions, and pathway events. Seneca offers pathway opportunities into our own programs and at partner institutions beyond Seneca. As the #1 college in transfer pathways, we're proud to work with a wide network of partner institutions in the GTA, across Canada, and internationally. So before we dive into the BBM program, I wanted to highlight the Newnham campus, where this degree program is offered. The Newnham campus is a major educational hub located at Finch Avenue East and Highway 404 in Toronto. At Newnham, you will find programs in business, hospitality, information technology, fashion, engineering, and more. Over the last few years, this campus has undergone some major builds and enhancements. One of the biggest additions is the Center for Innovation, Technology, and Entrepreneurship, or SITE, as it's commonly called. With 274,000 square feet of space over 5 stories, it brings together state-of-the-art technology with classroom space. So with that, I'm going to pass things over to Abdul Tarek, who will talk more about the BBM degree in more detail.
Thank you very much, John. The BBM degree provides students with a strong foundation in general management and prepare our graduates with a varied skill set required for the ever-changing needs of the business world. BBM provides students with in-depth theoretical and practical knowledge of business problem solving, communication, decision-making, strategic planning, and leadership. Our graduates are contributing in various sectors of Canadian economy. The common job designations pertaining to BBM degree graduates may include marketing manager, sales manager, financial analyst, project manager, business analyst, product manager, office manager, account manager, operation managers. etc. During the program, student must take part in a work experience that includes at least one term in a formal work environment. In most cases, the work terms is a paid position that is completed between two academic semesters and requires a minimum of 420 hours of work. This provides our graduates a great opportunity to work in companies and get a real life experience that is a competitive edge in job market. Depending on the situation and opportunities available, students may have the chance to take part in an exchange program where they get an opportunity to take one semester abroad with one of our international partner institutions. The exchange program provides an opportunity to our students to travel and explore new cultures and new forms of teaching and learning. For example, in summer of 2019, our students went to South Korea under the exchange program. I'm thrilled that the BBM program is recognized by the Accreditation Council for Business Schools and Programs, ACBSP, which is a prestigious accreditation body of business programs and schools. Graduating from the ACBSP accredited program will provide another competitive advantage to our graduates, not only in the job market, but also in pursuing postgraduate studies. For example, MBA or master degree programs in universities. Next slide. Many of our faculty members have international experience in higher education. Faculty members have taught in various parts of the world, including South Asia, Far East Asia, Gulf, North Africa, and of course, North America. For example, Professor Jameel Qazi has taught in Pakistan, South Korea, Japan, and Saudi Arabia. Similarly, Professor Puneet Luthra has taught in India and UAE. Similarly, many of our faculty members, they are involved in various research projects. For example, Professor Abdul Naveed Tariq, myself, is currently working on two applied research projects in collaboration with different community partners, including University of Toronto, Toronto Urban Growth, Toronto Metropolitan University, towards sustainable urban and peri-urban agriculture for net zero food system. We have a growing network of BBM alumni who we invite to classroom to share their experiences and provide advice to the current cohort of students. Alumni Meet is another great opportunity for our students to meet and interact with BBM graduates. Next slide. Chris, you can see in the picture, Chris is one of the great examples of students coming from diploma program. Chris successfully completed his BBM degree and was Seneca valedictorian in fall 2015, currently serving TDSP as a vice chair and also trustee for Ward 4. He was also a program advisory committee member in an international business management. I'm proud of Chris, who always believed in giving back. Thank you.
That's great. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. So another important support that our team wanted to highlight is the financial assistance that's available to students continuing from a diploma to a degree at Seneca. Seneca offers a diploma to degree scholarship, which is a one-time award of $2,500 for graduates of a Canadian diploma program who are entering a Seneca degree with a minimum incoming GPA of 75% or 3.3. This award is available to both domestic and international students who have completed a Canadian diploma program and is open to students regardless of pathway eligibility. Eligible students can apply for this scholarship through their student home account once they are enrolled full-time in the degree. If you have any questions about this scholarship, the application process, or would like to explore additional awards and bursary options, we encourage you to visit the Financial Aid Office website. So now let's talk a little bit about the pathways. There are several Ontario College Diploma programs that pathway into an upper level of the BBM degree. To be eligible, you must graduate from one of the eligible programs with a minimum GPA of 70% or 3.0. So we've got them sort of broken into two slides because there are quite a few. So on this slide, you'll see the eligible 2-year Ontario College Diploma programs, graduates of a 2-year Business International Business Diploma, or a 2-year business diploma will enter semester 4 of the degree in the winter and complete 5 academic semesters plus their work integrated learning term. Eligible graduates of a 2-year business marketing diploma program will be admitted to semester 4 of BBM in the winter or fall. Students who enter in the winter will complete 5 academic semesters plus their work term. And then students who start in fall will complete 6 academic semesters plus their work term. And this longer path is just due to course availability for the fall intake. And finally, on this slide, eligible graduates of select 2-year hospitality diplomas or 2-year tourism diploma programs will be admitted to semester 3 in the fall and will complete 6 academic semesters plus their work term. So on this second slide here, we've got the remaining programs. These are all the 3-year Ontario College Advanced Diploma programs that are eligible to pathway into BBM. So graduates of a 3-year Business Administration Management Advanced Diploma, a 3-year Business Administration Purchasing and Supply Management Advanced Diploma, or a 3-year Business Administration International Business Advanced Diploma with a minimum GPA of 70% or 3.0 will enter semester 4 of the BBM degree in the winter and will complete the program over 5 academic semesters plus their work term. And then finally on this slide, we've got our graduates of a 3-year Business Administration Marketing Advanced Diploma who are eligible to enter semester 4 of the degree in the winter or fall. Students who start in the winter will complete 5 academic semesters plus their work term. And then again, students who start in fall will complete their program over 6 academic semesters plus their work term. And like I said in the last slide, again, the longer path to completion for a fall intake is due to course availability. So I just wanted to talk briefly about sort of a new process that's available for students who may have prior or current work experience and are potentially fulfill your work term experience in this degree. So in order to do that, you would have to submit this PLAR application to the Transfer Credit and PLAR office at least one semester before you have to take a course called WTP 200 Work Term Preparation. So that's a course that you typically take the semester before you're due to go out on your work term in the degree. So we've got a QR code here on this slide that will take you to the PLAR webpage, which provides a lot of great information about the PLAR process, what documentation you need to submit, particular deadlines. And then there's also a secondary page that's dedicated specifically to will and the PLAR process. So I would definitely check that out if you think you might have some work experience or current work experience that you think could fulfill that requirement. If you've got any questions about PLAR and that process to apply for a will exemption, please direct your questions to the Transfer Credit and PLAR office, and one of their experts will respond to you and hopefully answer your questions. So you can send an email to the service hub at senecapolytechnic.ca. So if you're ready at this point to apply for BBM and take the next step toward your degree, here's what the application process will look like. If you're a current Seneca student or a graduate, the application process is pretty straightforward. You have the option to either apply online through your student home account, or you can complete and submit the Diploma to Seneca Degree Pathways transfer form by email to the Service Hub, and it will be processed by our admissions team. There's no fee to apply, and you're not required to submit your official Seneca transcript, as our admissions team will have access to it. If you're a Seneca graduate and you meet the pathway requirements, you would be given an offer of admission. If you're a current Seneca student, you're still finishing up your diploma, we would suggest that you submit your application when you enter your final semester of your diploma for what's called a conditional offer. So a conditional offer means that obviously you have some conditions to fulfill before you're fully accepted into the degree program. So the conditions in this case would be that by the time you're due to start the degree, that you will have graduated from your diploma and you will have met that required GPA upon graduation. So if you're a student who completed an eligible Ontario College diploma at another Ontario college, you would apply in one of 2 ways. So if you're a domestic applicant, you would apply online through ontariocolleges.ca. When you're completing your application, it's important that you select degree completion as your entry semester. So that lets our admissions team, know that you're applying to be considered for upper level entry through a pathway. If you're an international applicant, you would apply through Seneca's international online application, and that's if you've completed an eligible Ontario College diploma. Seneca's international online application is available on the international admissions webpage. So after you submit your application, you'll need to follow up with the admissions advisor through the service hub to confirm your pathway eligibility. So both domestic and international applicants who have completed a diploma program at another institution in Ontario, you'll have to submit your official transcripts as part of your application process so that our admissions team can verify your GPA. There's no hard deadline to apply to a program at Seneca. Seneca tends to keep applications open as long as there's still space. And the last time they would admit a student would be up to 4 days after classes begin. But we always suggest, trying to apply as early as possible, just for planning purposes and to make things easier. But we do realize that sometimes last minute decisions happen. So you do have up until 4 days after classes start to apply. But that's, of course, pending there's still seats in the program. So we would encourage students to review our inbound transfer guide, which you can find on our Academic Pathways webpage, to check to see if their Ontario College diploma program qualifies for a pathway to the BBM degree. So within the pathway details, you'll see the eligibility requirements, the available intakes, how long it would take you to finish the degree. And then there are some really important documents, some PDFs that are hyperlinked within the pathway details as well. They're called block maps and completion plans. So a block map is going to show you the full curriculum for the BBM degree. And then all of the courses that are highlighted in yellow on that block map, those are the courses that you will be receiving credit for based on your incoming diploma program. So those are the courses that you don't have to complete in the degree. The completion plan takes all the courses that you do have left to complete in addition to your work term, and it puts them in an easy to follow semester by semester plan. So you know exactly what courses you have to take each term. So it really takes kind of the guesswork out for you. It makes things a lot easier. So if you do decide to pursue BBM and you're admitted, definitely take a look at those completion plans. They're going to be really handy for you when you're enrolling in your courses each term. So we've got a QR code on the left there on the screen that will take you right to the inbound transfer guide, where you can search for the pathways into BBM and see and find your own diploma program and the pathway details, including those block maps and completion plans. The second QR code that we've got on the screen is taking you right to our virtual pathways advisement booking system. So we do about 3 to 4 days a week. We do virtual one-on-one 30-minute advising appointments with students. So if you've got questions about the pathways we've discussed today, you can take a look at the information in our inbound transfer guide. But if you've still got questions, you're unsure about some of the details, you can definitely reach out to us and book an appointment. So what you would have to do is create an account. You can use your Seneca email or whatever email you prefer. Once you've done that, you'll be able to see what our availability is, and then hopefully something works with your schedule, and we can meet and chat further. So that about wraps up the key information about the pathways to BBM, the BBM degree program itself, and the supports that are available to help you succeed. If you've got questions about pathway details or the application process, like I said, definitely reach out to our team. You can make an appointment. Alternatively, you can always call us and email us. Our details are on the screen here, as well as our social media handle. You can follow us on social media to stay up to date on new pathways and pathway events. If you've got more program-specific questions about the BBM degree, you can connect directly with the program area. So we've got Abdul Tarek's information here on the screen. So any specific questions about courses, the work term, things like that, definitely reach out to him and he can assist you with those questions. So I think at this point we've got a couple questions, which is fantastic. So we'll get to those. If anybody wants me to scroll back to any of the slides or anything, I can also do that as well. That's not a problem. So we have a question. I'm in my diploma in business. When do I submit my application on OCAS or internal? So are you a Seneca business student? Did you want to put that in the chat just to confirm? Yes. Okay. Yes. So you would apply once you enter your final semester of your business diploma. So you can apply through Seneca Home for your student home. Alternatively, you can also submit the diploma to Seneca Degree Pathways transfer form. I'll put the information where you can find all of that in the chat box. So it gives you the steps on how to apply through Student Home. And it also will give you a link to the actual PDF version of the form as well. Either or you can do. Admissions will accept either. It's totally fine. It's a fairly new process being able to apply through Student Home. So sometimes the system can be a little bit glitchy. So if you come across any issues like that, don't worry. You can just submit the PDF form by email to the Service Hub and they'll accept that as well. So yes, if you are applying when you're in your final semester of your diploma, what would happen is the admissions team would get your application, they'd see that you're in an eligible diploma program, that your GPA is looking good, and they would give you a conditional offer. So that means that by the time you're set to start the BBM degree, you will have officially graduated from BBS and you will have met that GPA. Those are the conditions that you have to fulfill. I applied through Student Home, but it got canceled at some point. Did you get a reason why? What you could do? Um, you did get a reason why it was canceled, and what was the reason? Trying to find the email. Okay, you can also forward that email to us. Our email address is on the screen, and we can always follow up with admissions for you and see what's going on if you want. That's another way to resolve this. Okay, no problem. We got a question. How long would it take to complete the degree with my business diploma? 5 semesters. So let me scroll back to that slide. So if you did the 2-year business diploma, it would take you 5 semesters plus your work term to finish. So you would go into semester 4. No problem. Don't think I've missed any questions. So I will say too, I think I mentioned at the beginning that this session is being recorded. All of the recordings from all of the sessions that we're hosting this week are going to be put up on the event page, probably in about a week or so, so that people will have the chance to go back and rewatch any of the sessions that they want to. And we're also going to send out an email to students letting them know when those recordings are available. So if you've missed anything, you'll get the chance to review it again. But again, of course, you can always reach out to us with any questions you might have. So I think we got one more question coming through. So maybe while we're waiting, students often ask about how this program is delivered. Is it fully flexible? Is it a mix, hybrid? That's a question for you, Abdul.
This is so he has applied for the BMI degree program. We have reviewed your credentials and the level you qualify for is not offered for the start date of fall 2026. As a result, your app for advanced entry is canceled.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, so if that could be the case. So I mean, maybe we're talking about the BBM degree too, not BMI. That's a different session that's being hosted today at 1 p.m. But I would have to look into the situation. So maybe send us an email with that information and we can get back to you, okay? So Abdul, I just had a question for you about
Yeah, please go ahead.
course delivery for the program. Is it fully flexible at this point, or is that sort of something that's changing?
Yeah, officially we cannot say it's fully flexible, but majority of the courses we are going with the high flex mode, and sometimes we're also offering the other option, for example, in-person hybrid options. But in
Okay.
these days, after especially after COVID, post-COVID, we have most of the courses in high flex mode.
Okay, perfect. Yes, definitely. Okay, thank you. Definitely reach out to our team and then we can look into things for you. That's not a problem. Okay, well, I think that's all the questions that have come in for today. But like I said, the slides will be up in on the event page in about a week if you want to review them again. Also, reach out to our team anytime with any questions you have about the pathways. Make an appointment. We can chat one-on-one. We're always here to help. If you send us an email too, we're really quick at responding. So whatever works for you, just connect with our team and we can assist. I wanted to thank you so much for attending today, and thank you so much, Abdul, for being here and for providing your expertise.
Welcome. Thank you.
Perfect.
Thanks,
All right.
everyone.
Thanks. Have a great day.